Hey, this is Patrick from WorkHands, and I'm going to take you through what it's like using WorkHands as a National Wood Flooring Association apprentice. So by now you've probably gotten an invite to join the account. You've gone through and you've confirmed your information to sign up, and you should see a dashboard like this. If you're on your phone, this all shrinks down, so you might see something a bit more like that, but we'll keep it full screen for this walkthrough. And what you'll see on your dashboard is you'll see that you've got an on-the-job training progress chart. You'll have time cards, evaluations, courses, and a few other things that we'll get to as well. So let's take a look at OJT. So from OJT, you can see exactly how you've progressed both on the hours associated with your apprenticeship as well as the skills or competencies. As part of NWFA's program, you are what's called a hybrid apprenticeship. You track both the skills you're acquiring, which you'll see checked off as you complete them, as well as the hours you're putting in against each of the general job requirements that you've got. The charts in green will show you what you've had approved and completed. The charts in red are roughly a projection of where you'd be. Never expect to have no red, but as you see red, you might slowly start working towards keeping up with those various requirements. This is something your supervisor can see as well, so everybody's on the same page about what your progress is in the apprenticeship. Let's hop back on the dashboard. Now, the way those charts get generated is that each month we create a time card. This time card is set up to map specifically to your apprenticeship. So all of the requirements that you have, that you're tracking hours against throughout the month, you can actually put in directly here. And when it gets approved by your supervisor, you'll see those charts update as we displayed them just a moment ago. So here you see, you have everything from general health and safety, evaluating the job site, environmental conditions, etc., etc. And each of these has a certain requirement that you have to complete as part of your apprenticeship. You'll fill out these hours each month, and when you're done, you'll be able to submit them, or if you're going to update these throughout the month, you can save them for later and come back. Whenever you're ready to submit, you just hit that submit button, and they'll get sent off to your supervisor. The supervisor will then just be able to approve or reject those hours. For whatever reason, the supervisor you're assigned is not the right person, you can either choose somebody else who's in the system, or you can actually invite a new supervisor who's not yet in the system, and you can go and put in their email to actually send them an invite. We'll skip that for now, though. Now, each month we'll actually give you reminders to do this. We'll send you a notice on the 2nd of the month to submit your hours for last month. If you haven't submitted, we'll send you a reminder, and by the 10th, we'll start to let you know that you're at risk of being overdue. Typically, most apprentices, you'll submit this after the first notice, and you won't get any of those reminders. Now, as I mentioned, you're a hybrid program, so not only do you have hours you track the specific skills that you're completing. So these are typically done quarterly. They're done just in parallel with the hours you're completing. And what you'll do is you'll have an evaluation that gets sent to you. You'll self-evaluate where you're at. And then you'll go through and check off the skills that you believe you've completed and send them over to your supervisor for approval. So same high-level work categories or work processes. And then each one has a number of skills associated with it. So as you complete them, you'll go ahead and update them. And again, just like with hours, you can save those for later. Or if you're ready, you can actually go ahead and submit them, and the supervisor will then get notified and they can approve them. You'll see that while they're approved, they're in dark green, and when they're waiting for approval, they're submitted and awaiting approval. Finally, you'll be going through and doing coursework associated with your apprenticeship, and so this is going to be a mix of some things you do in person as well as some things you do online. Your employer or supervisor will actually assign which courses you're taking. And so you can see you'll be taking the abrasives course, you'll be doing circular saw safety, things like that. Some of these will be online through NWFA University, and some of them will be handled in different courses as you go. Generally, there's nothing you have to do here other than just make sure you're staying up to date with the coursework that's assigned. But we'll make sure that we show you your progress so you know exactly where you are, both on your OJT as well as on your coursework. Now, finally, if there's anything else associated with your apprenticeship that you need to upload, if you have documents that you want to include for your supervisor or your apprenticeship, you can do so here. Each month we'll generate a report on your progress so that if for whatever reason you need something you can print out that shows all of your hours, all of your competency evaluations, all of your courses, you can do so from reports. And then finally, when you get in here, if you have any questions, if you need support from WorkHands, if you're not sure how something works, feel free to pull us up on support chat here. Start a question with us, and one of our teammates can get back to you. If we're not there, if we're not at our desk, we'll typically get back to you by email within a day or so. Well, that's it. Well, I hope you enjoy using WorkHands for your apprenticeship. If you need anything else, you know where to reach us. Thanks.